And so what we have as, we call it Palm Sunday, was actually in Jewish tradition called Choose a Lamb Day. It was the day that the household, every Jewish household, would go and choose their lamb. They would go and they would find this lamb and they would bring this lamb into their house, and then they would examine it for 4 days to make sure that this lamb was without blemish. Because if you were a blemished lamb, you never had to worry about being sacrificed at Passover, because only spotless lambs were sacrificed. So as Christians, we celebrate Palm Sunday with the palms and waving them, but the actual Jewish, the Jews were doing on that day that Jesus entered into Jerusalem was choosing their lamb that they would sacrifice for their household. So Exodus 12:5-6 says, "Tell all the congregation of Israel that on the 10th day of this month every man shall take a lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male, a year old. You shall keep it until the 14th day of the month, when the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill their lambs at twilight." So here we have this picture that Jesus is the lamb, and he's entering into Jerusalem on the day when all the Israelites are choosing the lamb that they would choose to be slaughtered. They're choosing that lamb that day. And what happens is during the next 4 days, while Jesus is in Jerusalem, he is being closely examined by everyone. They're asking him questions. Matthew 22:41 says, "Now while the Pharisees were gathered together, Jesus asked them a question. Then the Pharisees were plotted how to entangle him in his words." Matthew 22:15. And eventually it says in Matthew 22:46, "And no one was able to answer him a word, nor from that day did anyone dare ask him any more questions." So throughout the 4 days that Jesus is in Jerusalem prior to being sacrificed, just like the lambs, he was being inspected and they could find nothing wrong with him. And you're going to see this testimony of 6 testimonies that no one could find anything wrong with Jesus. Matthew 27:4, Judas Iscariot even said that he'd betrayed innocent blood. Pontius Pilate said, "I find no guilt in this man," speaking of Jesus. Herod said he doesn't deserve death because he hasn't done anything wrong. Pontius Pilate's wife says, "Have nothing to do with that righteous man." A dying thief, the other thief on the cross, said, "This man's done nothing wrong." The Roman centurion says, "Certainly this man was innocent." So what is this picture of? You have everyone proclaiming, this man is innocent, he's done nothing wrong. What were the Jews doing from the 10th day of Nisan till the 14th day of Nisan? Is they were examining this lamb, and they had come to the conclusion that there was nothing wrong with this lamb, which made this lamb qualified to be sacrificed. The beautiful thing about Passover is on Passover, the blemished lambs go free, but the unblemished lambs, or the perfect lambs, are sacrificed, are crucified, are murdered, are killed, and their blood is put on their household. So on this day we rejoice that we have blemish. I am blemished, I'm a blemished person, but because I'm blemished I go free. But the one who is perfect, Jesus Christ, his sacrifice is for my sins and I go free.